What is going on, guys? It is your boy DFastX and welcome to the special video. As you can see by the title of this video, my 22 conclusion and the montage of all my old YouTube videos that I used to do before, where I've been talking about my 22 years living in this country, living in Ireland, so since I started as a child, since I started primary and secondary school, and now today college. So to start off this video stuff, that a few weeks ago I turned 22 years old, and I just can't believe I've made it this far, to reach this far, to getting on in my life and all. And it's just as I say, the time literally flies. That you can't turn back time, you literally have to keep going. It literally flies. I just cannot believe it. So turning 22 it feels great and stuff. And ever since I started my new course as well, that I met a lot of amazing people in my course. They're really passionate of doing this course, and they're really like into film and stuff. And that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, that people share really like sharing their opinions of movies, sharing their different experiences of how to use cameras, all that kind of stuff. Learning how to use a camera as well. And like ever since I bought my camera, it was absolutely amazing to actually use it as well for like photography and all that. But hoping this year that I hope to do some photography across Ireland, or maybe across the world, maybe, let's see. But I'm gonna take some nice shots as well, maybe go to the events as well to get some nice photography and stuff, as my teacher's been learning to do that as well. But so far so good. I've been loving the course so far. And like I've already finished the first year. Like it literally flew. And like I won't be starting year 2 till the end of the year, like till like September. So it's been great so far, So, but as I said about my 22 conclusion stuff. So I started as a child. As a child, I've always been, I've always been like, looking after my health, being myself and all that, being young and being young and healthy and all that. And since I ever like cared about myself and stuff, that both my parents have both cared for me and all that, and I cared about myself as well, being myself as well. And it just that I love being a kid when I was young and stuff. And ever since I even started primary school as well, that I used to no one really chatted to me at starter or stuff, but ever since like I went into like 6th class or like 5th class, that people started to kind of like chat to me and stuff. So there I met some old faces as well, even since I started secondary school as well. Then I met some old faces, I met some new faces as well, and we made a group together. We have the original gang. So so ever since I started primary secondary school, I just said, I mean, I've changed a lot. I've changed throughout the years and stuff, even like the way I even like changed my kind of routines around as well, like, and even since I started like college as well, I changed my routine of like going, getting up early for college, and what time I finish stuff, what is the perfect time to actually leave college as well, if I do some late work, all that kind of stuff. And like ever since even like in primary secondary school, that I've actually got more confident in myself and like how to look after myself as well, and nothing really like always be strong and be the person who you are. Like, don't let anyone let you down. It's just so. But for the past 22 years now, the thing is, I've always felt bad about myself. That I always felt like that I kind of just felt like I always don't feel like myself sometimes, and sometimes you just kind of had to like kind of let yourself go, and just kind of like you kind of have to just take a break for a while. You just kind of think for a few days that you need to kind of like what makes you a good person and all that stuff. But sometimes what makes you feel bad about yourself, and sometimes those days there are days that I'm kind of stressed out as well, that I always felt kind of like bad about myself. I kind of feel like that I just think that sometimes in my life that there are some bad things about myself that I really think that really caused a lot of stress to me and all that. So I just think that in my life there's always been some bad moments in my life as well, and and sometimes I always feel like that will it ever get better or that it's just that some things don't improve, some things do improve, but like ever since the things that have been going on in my life, with trouble issues with like some of the teachers I used to have before and stuff, and a lot of things that been happening as well, that been telling me a lot of things that don't even aren't really, like, say, how would I describe it, like even related to what I'm hearing, or like related to like what I actually have, like, it's just that sometimes like those teachers go off in their own kind of way, which is a bit, and even like as well with meeting new friends, like some of them are just weird, and as I said, I'm not involved with all your weird kind of like what you call it, memes, all that kind of stuff. I'm not that type of person and all that. And if one doing it over, that's fine, like, but it's just that sometimes in my life I've always felt bad about myself, as like I've always been less than zero. Like ever since then, throughout my 22 years, I've never been kind of by myself. I've never been myself for a very, very long time, but now today in college, that I've actually started to obviously, like, ever since I started college, even LCFE as well, that I've always kind of felt bad about myself since 2021, but now late 2022 into 2023 today, I've actually felt good about myself, that I'm a really confident person. It's just that some people don't actually realize that, and like some people just need like to stay out of my way and say, like, let me be who the hell I am. Like, this is me. Like, this is the person who you're talking to. Like, this is who he wants to do. This is the real him. Like, this is the real person. Like, this is who he is. Like, ever since I even do my YouTube videos as well, throughout the past couple of years, like I've actually improved my YouTube videos. It started off small with like just recording on a phone, just making reviews, all that kind of stuff. And it's just that even when, like, now I still record on my phone today, but I'm going to be get more improvement as well with some better cameras as well for making new proper videos as well. I know it's just ever since like I see people like commenting on my videos and all that, there've been some kind of just weird comments and all that, they're making weird edits and all that and stuff. I'm not that type of person for that. Like, I'm not in your world. Like, I'm just a normal guy who wants to just be who he is. Just giving my reviews, my vlogs, all that stuff, and I just want to be me. Like that's who I am. I just want to be a good person. I am a good person in general today. Like, and just people think that I'm just some kind of weird guy, but I'm not. I'm not some weird guy. I'm just a guy being myself. I don't care whoever lets me down and stuff. It's just that, even with my friends as well, that since primary and secondary school, they're always been there for me as well, and they're amazing lads and stuff. And hopefully to meet up with them again sometime, maybe later this year, or maybe sometime if we ever get to meet up as well. Just hoping to see them again, because I've already met one of them in my college already. And hopefully we get to meet like all the rest of the OG gang, as I call them. So, but throughout my 22 years of my life, that I've always been less than zero. That I've always felt bad about myself. So, but ever since I started, as I said, TUS college, that I've actually felt good about myself. Like this is the person who I am, like who wants to be like. So. But as I said, I've always been less than zero, and ever since today, I actually felt good about myself. That is my 22 conclusion.